reminded me of that story of net wobbling in net play is like the funniest thing to me. Um, so Pat, you'll probably appreciate this, but so I played someone in net play. I think it was like 2 days ago, before I streamed on Monday, and I want a league tonight. Nah, I'm playing Smash. Um, and
Shot
so I
down.
play this guy. He's a Fox player. Um, like normal game starts off like it's fine. Game one he beats me. It's like a one stock. Um, well, okay. Wait, actually, to preface this, so before we even start the game, he goes, "Do you want to strike to FD?" And I was like, or no, he just said like FD question mark. So I was like, what? And he's like, strike to FD, and I was like, I don't care. Like I was Ice Climbers, he was Fox. So the last strike's up to me, and he leaves Battlefield and FD open. So I'm like, I really don't feel like playing on FD because I want Battlefield practice against Fox, so I pick Battlefield. To which this guy immediately replies back in all caps. He goes, "What the fuck? You are actually fucking retarded." And
I mean, you are.
and
So.
I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "Oh, I leave open Ice Climber's best stage, Final Destination, and you're not gonna take it." And I was like, well, I want Battlefield practice, so sorry. And he was just like, "Okay, whatever." So the game starts, we play. He one stocks me game one. Oh, that fucked up real good. The game finishes, and the first thing he types to me is, "Why didn't you wobble me?" And so I write, "Because I didn't feel like it. Like, I didn't do it." Like, also, same reason as to why I picked Battlefield, like, because I felt like it. So this guy's like, "Oh, like, what the heck? Like, why the fuck wouldn't you wobble me?" And I was just like, "Okay, whatever." So we start game two. I counterpick wherever. And I get like a grab combo into like a handoff instead of a wobble, and I kill him off of it. And he immediately pauses the game and he goes, "Okay, seriously, why the fuck aren't you wobbling me?" And I'm like, dude, like I just killed you. Like, does it matter? And he's like, "Yes. Like, do you even know how to wobble in the first place?" And I was like, "I literally just told you I don't do it. Like, why does it matter?" And he's like, "Okay." So he quits out of the game, game two,
Oh
loads
my
up a
God.
loads up a level 1 Fox computer and goes, "Wobble this computer right now." And I'm like, "What? Like, what are you doing?" So like we're just waiting, and I like close it back. I'm like, "Okay, fine. Like, let's just restart." He's like, "Okay, sorry that I did that. Like, I'll forfeit my stock and go to 2 stocks." And I was like, so he kills himself twice. I'm like, dude, there's literally no need for you to do that. Like, let's just restart and like play at 4 stocks apiece. And he's like, "No, like, you won't wobble me, blah blah blah," like going on about wobbling and like totally irrelevant. So like we end up restarting, and I beat him game two, and then game three we play, and every time I grab him and do a grab into a smash or a grab into a combo, he just kills himself, like assuming that I'm gonna wobble him. I guess like he just runs off the
Fuck.
stage. So because he keeps asking me like, "Why aren't you wobbling me?" And so I end up winning game three also, and I win the whole set. And then after he goes, "Are you fucking kidding me? Like, you wouldn't wobble me the entire time." And I was like, "I'm sorry." So he's like, "I'm not reporting this as a loss because you wouldn't wobble me." And
What?
I'm like, "Are you serious right now? Like, you're actually complaining because I'm not wobbling you?"
Oh my
And
Tell me
god.
you're recording this, please.
I know I wasn't, and I was so upset. So I'm like, "What?" And report this game as a loss, or I'm reporting you. Like, I'm disputing our match. And I was like,
Yo, is this
"I
guy
won."
schizophrenic?
I was like, "I won the game, and you are not like reporting this now because I didn't wobble you is the reason." So I'm
You
just
should
like,
like
"All right,
screenshot
whatever."
of that shit.
So well, yeah. So I'm like, whatever. So I dispute the match, and the story continues in that I go into the all chat in Smash Ladder on Anther's Ladder, and I'm like, "Hey, can I get a moderator to help me with my match? Like, this person's like not reporting anything." Um, like sheer irony off of this, a guy who I played with a few times on NetPlay, he types in the all chat. He goes, "Did someone get salty because you wobbled them?" And the other guy who I'm playing with is reading the all chat, I guess. So he comments in the chat and he goes, "No, actually the opposite. He wouldn't wobble me at all." And everyone in the all chat is just like, why are you getting mad about this? And he's just like, you don't understand, like, he wouldn't wobble me. And I was like, guys, you really don't understand. Like, I'm a fucking asshole for not wobbling this person. And he's like, no, seriously, like, you're a piece of shit for not wobbling me. And he like comments a screenshot of our conversation where he's like, I gave him FD, I let him wobble me, all this stuff. Game 1, I 3-stocked him. It was almost a 4-stock. And I'm like, what are you talking about right now? And everyone's like, dude, this screenshot just says, like, he literally said he wanted Battlefield practice. What's the problem with this? So, like, this guy's, like, talking in this all chat, and apparently, like, he's notorious for just complaining about everything. And someone else posts a screenshot in the chat of him talking with this guy. And this is funny for Pat, actually, too, because the guy is playing him, and before the games even start, he goes, I'm just gonna forfeit because you're playing Luigi.
Oh my god.
And the guy goes,
right?
why? And he goes, because Luigi auto wins against Fox. And so he's like,
man.
he goes,
So
I'm not even gonna waste the time to play you because I know for a fact that Luigi will auto win against Fox. So he forfeits. The guy goes, but I want to play you. Like, why? Like, I just want to play. Like, why can't we just play? And he's like, no, like, it's just a waste of my time to do this because I already know what's gonna happen. So he, like, that was like a previous encounter with this guy. So, like,
Holy shit.
long story short, everyone he ends up going to this all chat. Everyone shits on him. I leave for about like an hour and a half. I come back to this guy private messaging me, and he goes, okay, I don't care if you wobble me now. Let's play a legit set if you're not scared. And it was already like 2 hours later, so I just messaged him back. I'm just like, yeah, sorry, dude, I'm scared. And he was just like, oh, okay, you're fine. It's okay. And then, like, interaction's over. It's like,
What the fuck?
That was
Unreal.
a beautiful story.
Is he a robot
Thank you
or
for
something
sharing.
like that?
So, if you guys ever, I'm gonna just go out and call